from it. A lot of people call it feces, poop, defecation. So the same thing that happens. The body is made of 150 trillion cells. Each cell in your body is a miniature you, meaning the cells have something called an organelle. And these organelles have, like for instance, the mitochondria act as the metabolitic process of a cell. You have something called the cellular membrane, which act as the brain of the cell. You have something called the nucleus, or what we call the new sun, that actually act as the gonads of the cell. You have something called the ribosome, that act as the womb or the vagina of the cell. So if I feed my body breaks down its food due to the hydrochloric acid into all these different phytonutrients. Once it goes into this little small intestinal tract, it's called the duodenum. And you have something called villi in there, where there's thousands of bifidobacteria, lactobacillus bacteria that act, and candida bacteria that takes all of this phytonutrients and bring it into the bloodstream. Once they get into the bloodstream, it feeds 150 trillion cells. So the cells eat this food. Well, if the cells eat, that means that they have to eliminate. What's happening is a lot of us always want to go after the gut and, saying that we're constipated, but we never talk about cellular constipation. And this cellular constipation, it actually coagulates and agglomerates the lymphatic system or vessels and lymph nodes in the gut, and it backs up. And that's why you see a lot of people nose always running, ears always plugged up, got boogers all in their nose, or they got all types of sleep in their eyes, because they maxillary cavities, the sinus cavities have been blocked up and filled with mucus due to inflammation. But what happens is when you fill up the lymphatic system, and the lymphatic system can no longer cleanse the body, you back it up glymphatically. Now the glymphatic system, which is the sewage system of the brain, don't work anymore. So all the byproducts produces something called amyloid protein. This amyloid protein is due to the pruning of the brain too. And man, the way, if you can study it under a microscope, this amyloid protein is very acidic because it's nitrogen based. Man, it eats away at the brain and it literally cuts off the dendrites. So I think we need to start getting into not only cleansing our gut like we always talking about, but cleansing these systems like the glymphatic system, which is the sewage system of the brain, just as well as we always talking about cleansing the lymphatic system, which is the sewage system to the cells of the body.
No, that's the key. And it leads me to transition about the brain, period, right? Because we talk about dendrites, we're talking about the remyelination process.
Yeah.
Right?
Keys, man. All right, man, see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I keep them keys, man. But that remyelination is key. 'Cause a lot of people can't think and they don't know why they get stuck.
Facts.
Right? And that's literally...
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. From rich, solid woods to velvet-like texture.
And that's literally your brain, those two, that damn dendrites trying to connect and send electrical signal to each other.
Short circuiting.
Right?
Short circuit.
But when it's not myelinated, you have to think of it like a cord that don't have a copper on there to send the signal from one end to the other. But you can regrow the myelination.
Facts.
Right? And that's what I want to talk about, because what we lack a lot of times is focus.
Yeah.
You understand me? And when we give people a high level conversation and knowledge, they're like, well, man, listen, y'all may be operating at, 1,000 miles per hour, but I got to go back and watch this 1,000 times because I'm not going to be able to move that fast. Your brain not going to be able to process. Your processing speeds are slow. You slow down. It's like we living in a 5G world, but there's a lot of people operating on 1G and 2G.
Straight 2G.
You understand me? And so that's where I want to catch people up to, because, and this is where the lion's mane come into play. Lion's mane helps with that myelination of the brain. That mycelium network is super key. But I also want to talk about the different berries and different things that you can utilize in order to enhance the brain, so we got that supercomputer function.
Yes, goji berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, palmetto berries. You have the berry kingdom, chase berries, or what they call vitex berries. These berries are very, very high in antioxidants, and they're oxygenators. And that's what the brain needs to breathe and to get the melanin neurotransmitters and the dendrites connecting the left hemisphere with the right hemisphere. You know what I'm saying? You need oxygen to the brain.